History of Pakistan. The Indus Heartland and Karakoram country. Pakistan, once the largest and most populated Muslim country in the world, still remains a significant actor in regional and global affairs. Formed in 1947. From what used to be called British India, Pakistan was idealized by South Asian Muslims to be a state where the forces of tradition and modernity would unite, offering economic welfare and peaceful coexistence to its inhabitants. Achieved through a constitutional struggle led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, 1876–1948, under the banner of the All India Muslim League, AML, Pakistan was the term coined by some Muslim students at the University of Cambridge in 1933. Inclusive of areas like Punjab, the frontier, identified as Afghania, Kashmir, Sindh, and Balochistan, it was visualized as the heartland of the Indus Valley, which has been the home of some of the oldest cultures in this part of the subcontinent. 1. Sought as a political dispensation for various ethnic communities living across the Indus regions, Pakistan was not only perceived as a neutral term among all these regional identities, but was also seen as a utopia where rural, tribal, and urban population groups would have equal opportunities and unalienable citizenry irrespective of their religious and ideological diversities. Although Pakistan was established as a Muslim state, owing to Islam as the common denominator for most of the inhabitants in the Indus Valley and likewise in the lower Gangetic Bengal Delta, Jinnah and his associates were emphatic with regard to equal rights and opportunities for all Pakistanis. Even today, despite Muslims being an absolute majority, around 10% of Pakistanis belong to various other religious traditions, although further Islamization of the country has never been too far away from the public discourse and the agenda of religio-political parties. 2. Pakistan, like several other countries, is a pluralistic society, although Islam and Urdu are two of its main national characteristics. From its history to its population, and from its topography to its climate, however, the country is quite diverse. Various epochs in its history offer a greater sense of antiquity and continuity to an otherwise young state. Although it is defined as a recent state, Pakistan is, in fact, the inheritor of the Indus Valley civilization, viewed as one of the oldest continuing cultures in the world. This civilization is reflected in Pakistan's history through its various political, religious, and territorial identifications. In that sense, Pakistan is privileged to be the successor of a continuum of cultural and historical traditions all the way from its ancient Dravidian, Aryan, Hindu, Persian, Greek, and Buddhist past to its 13-centuries-old Islamic heritage as bequeathed by the Arab, Central Asian, and Indian influences.